Bears Nation back again as the Chicago Bears have made another signing. Now, I ain't going long on this one, but I do want to go live on it because of the importance of the move that I think and the value that you're getting this at. Sources confirmed per Adam Schefter that veteran cornerback Case Keenum is re-signing with the Chicago Bears on a 2-year, $5.5 million deal with a max value of $8 million. What I love about this deal and why I wanted to go live on this instead of just, doing a quick drop and moving on is I think that the value that Case Keenum brings to the Chicago Bears roster is immense, right? Remember on the sidelines as we're down in some of those games, it's Case Keenum, not Tyson Beath, not JT Barrett, who's standing there, getting Caleb prepared, going over the tablet with him, and JT Barrett is a part of that as well. I'm not saying that he wasn't there at all, but JT Barrett, right? Case Keenum, always in Caleb's ear. Hey, this is how you're going to do it. You've got this. You understand this. Essentially being that extra coach for the Chicago Bears there. I love this move for the Chicago Bears because to me, I think this keeps somebody who can help Caleb learn the quarterback position as he goes through the process. Remember, Pat Mahomes was a couple of Super Bowls in before Pat Mahomes understood everything about the system. And before Pat Mahomes was, when he finally literally went, I know everything about this system finally. He was like 2 Super Bowls in. He had won 2. I think he had been to 3 already before he had finally said, I finally figured everything out 100%. So you want Case Keenum in the room, continuing to help Caleb understand how to be an NFL quarterback, continuing to help Caleb understand the system and teaching him some of the nuances and seeing things that he's not going to be able to see. Now, the big question is, what does this mean for Tyson Beath moving forward? Does this mean that Beath is going to be on his way out in the city? I don't know just yet. Remember, the conversation around Beath per Brad Biggs was that if the Bears were going to move on from Tyson Beath, it was going to be for a 2nd round or 3rd round pick. I don't know if teams are going to offer that as we're starting to see quarterbacks come off the board here. Malik Willis got a very team-friendly deal. I would assume that Kyler Murray is probably going to end up a Viking at the end of the day, which means now you've got 4 solid quarterbacks in the division here. One that I think is phenomenal in Caleb Williams. Jared Goff, of course, we know what he is. Jordan Love, I don't think he's going to win any get you any playoff struggles, but you get what you get. And then Kyler Murray, who, listen, I don't think that he makes the Vikings phenomenal, but they were 9-8 with some struggling quarterbacks last year. I definitely think he makes them competitive. You're just starting to see some of those spots start to dry up there a little bit as far as the quarterback conversation goes. Now, if you can move on from Beath, I said it this morning on the Morning Breeze. If you can move on from Beath, if you can get a 4th round pick for Tyson Beath, you do it. Because that to me is value enough for a player that has played in 2 games, that has been, played in 4 games, that has been 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, that has been a solid backup and can come in and definitely run the system. But you got a vet in the building. You got a vet that you trust, and you're paying that vet. You're not going to have 3 quarterbacks in the building making $5+ million right now. Right. And so and again, I mean, you're talking about $2 million here for Case Keenum. I would assume that there's probably some kind of incentive or some kind of signing bonus that'll go into that to open up money. But I doubt you're going to have this guy here on a 2-year, $55 million deal worth upwards of $8 million if you're not planning on moving on from Tyson Beath. If you can get a 4th and up, make that happen. Oh, no. Did that just drop, Baki? Well, that's big news. That sucks. All right, let me try and find that. That sucks. Is this Cunningham? Yep. Looking at the comp picks that have been announced here in 2026, the Chicago Bears will not be receiving compensation picks for Ian Cunningham. That sucks. Kind of felt like it was going to get done, even though the NFL had come out early and said they weren't going to do it. Kind of felt like, and Courtney was kind of hearing some things that sounded like it might get done. Now, it doesn't mean that they may not get these picks for 2027, 2028, but I believe you're supposed to get the pick in the year that it is done, and it seems like the Chicago Bears will not receive those comp picks as well. That sucks. This would have been a great year for you to have those, especially, and now, I mean, listen, with that being done, probably increases the conversation on moving on from a player like Tyson Beath, right? Probably increases the conversation on getting back draft capital for a player in a year where everyone seems like they're really in need of a quarterback. There. Let me update the title here real quick. Give me a second. That one hurts. I kind of got in my mind that the Bears were going to get those picks. It sounded like from a lot of what people were hearing around the league that the Bears might actually have an opportunity to get those picks. But yeah, seems like no. I'm not seeing Bears on here from Ian at all. So I think it increases your conversation that we were just having about possibly trading Tyson Beath. If you can get a third, if you can get a fourth for this guy in a year where draft capital is going to be at a premium, and in a year where you can go out and you can add pieces that can help your team on the field. Like, I think Tyson does things that we don't see, right? I think for one, he pushes Caleb Williams. And that's one thing that you have to see in that room. You want to see competition. You want to see somebody that's going to drive the starting quarterback to be better. We saw teams do that with we saw the Patriots do that with Tom Brady. We saw the Packers do that with Aaron Rodgers. We saw that literally Aaron Rodgers in both senses, right? Aaron Rodgers to push Brett Favre, who then went out and had an MVP season, and then they did it to Aaron Rodgers with Jordan Love, who where Aaron Rodgers went out and had an MVP season off of that. But you know, you need as much draft capital as possible this year. And if you can find a way to get a fourth or better for Beath, I'm all in on that. I'm taking that to the bank because it's a player on the field that is going to help you. It's somebody that on the field that you can make better. And I think that's the most important thing, especially in a draft as deep as this one is defensively. Let me know how you guys feel down in the comments below. Just wanted to do a quick video on this. Didn't want to go live too long about this one. The comp pick sucks, realistically speaking. I love having Case Keenum back in the room as far as a great mind for the Bears to be able to pick in that quarterback room and to really lean on to help develop Caleb Williams. Excuse me. I would assume that Caleb's probably in favor of this move as well. Some of the other moves that are happening around the league here. Fowler just dropped this one. Veteran Lowe to the 49ers on a 2-year deal worth max value of $12 million. So every offensive lineman that was there in outside of Will Campbell pretty much getting the heck up out of there. Chrissy Cross with the $5 super chat said Pat getting his work cut out for him with all these breaking news vids today. Listen, got to, man. Got to make sure that you guys get this news. And I think that just about all of this news is pretty valuable here. Some of the other ones, a guy that I wanted, I talked about him this morning. This broke about 15 minutes ago. Former Chargers defensive end Odafe Owe, an agreement today for a 4-year, $100 million deal, including $68 million guarantee. Jesus, with the Washington Commanders. Where's that Flus pick? Do I still got that Flus pick in here? Jesus, $100 million deal. Did not see that coming. I don't know if I have the Flus pick in here. I don't. Woo! Shout out to you, my boy. Shout out to you for getting that done. That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. So, again, you want to talk about and I'm excited by what we're seeing. You want to talk about the job that Ryan Poles is doing via the draft. You want to talk about the job that Ryan Poles is doing, via free agency right now. I think he's doing a phenomenal job. I think that the Bears are in a better position right now than they were to start today. I think you got a lot of really solid pieces, and you're putting a lot on the shoulders of the draft to take you to that next level, which is what winning football teams do. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love. As always, it's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Again, stay tuned for being the boys going live probably about 6:30, 7 o'clock. I'll have it scheduled up here once we know once everybody's gonna get here. Listen, still waiting on Taylor Decker. That's what I want to see. Still waiting on Taylor Decker. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bet down. One love.